but it doesn't matter.
Recycling is sort of like exercising. We all know we should do it, but not all of us do it as often as we should, and some of us don't do it at all. Today I will bring to your attention the problem that we face when we don't recycle, inform you how to recycle, and then present a solution to the trash buildup problem. So, what would happen if we never recycled? Without recycling, there is the risk that our homes and habitats could be destroyed, we may not have any more everyday resources, and people could be harmed from toxic gases. If we stopped recycling, eventually landfills would overrule all of our land. Products that are not recycled are then redirected to landfills in hopes that they will eventually decompose. However, it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for plastic to decompose, aluminum cans 100 years, and plastic bottles can take up to 1,000 years, and then glass bottles can take up to 1,000,000 years to decompose. This would essentially destroy natural habitats for animals and also humans. Would you like to live on a giant hole of trash or grow your fruit and vegetables from trash soil? As an excess of garbage fills up landfills, an excess of toxic trash builds up as well. The gas that is released from trash decomposing can be toxic to human lungs. Also, scientists think that landfill waste is responsible for the release of 700 million tons of carbon dioxide into the air. This contributes to the overall global warming problem as well. Perhaps one of the scariest truths that comes from not recycling would be that everyday resources would disappear. Prices for these regular resources, such as plastic and paper, would increase because they would be so precious. Also, we would have to find alternative resources, which could also be more expensive as well. Now that you know how not recycling is a detriment, I will inform you of all the perks of recycling regularly. If what I already told you about what happens if we never recycle doesn't convince you enough, then here are 3 good reasons to consider about recycling regularly. Number 1, it makes us more energy efficient. Creating something from scratch actually takes up a great deal more energy than recycling the product does. Number 2, it improves the quality of our groundwater. Most garbage is not treated with anything before being thrown into the ground. Therefore, when rain and other runoff water touches the ground, it becomes contaminated. This eventually leads to streams and other bodies of water where fragile ecosystems can be harmed. This is also a large reason why we, as people, aren't able to drink from streams and rivers. And number 3, lastly, it reduces air pollution. Plastics are often burned in incinerators that can release serious greenhouse gas emissions. And in addition to knowing about the effects of recycling, there are various ways we can make a difference. Recycling is easy. Here are some things that you can recycle, and these are usually just the normal things that you would put into a recycling bin. And they're like plastic water bottles, which we use a lot, aluminum cans, and then regular paper, which we could also use newspaper or just paper that we use every day. Recycling at home is one thing that everyone can do. The closest place you could bring your recycled materials in this area, in the Beaumont area, is the Golden Triangle Waste Management Center on Cardinal Drive. Another way to contribute to the cause would be to start an organization on Lamar campus that is specific to recycling. You could start out small and then maybe bring it to higher officials and talk to them about implementing a recycling program for the entire campus. On a larger scale, you can talk to the mayor of Beaumont, whose name is Becky Ames, about implementing an entire program into the city of Beaumont. In conclusion, recycling is a serious concept that deserves attention and action. Now that you know about the effects that recycling can have on our earth and on our standard of living, I hope that you are motivated to take action. Next time you use an aluminum can or drink a bottle of water, try to make a conscious effort to find a recycling bin and not a trash can.